Hello. So today I'll be showing you guys my level design. So I did a village. The lower section is homeowners, the villagers. Then we have another section that are a little more rich people. And finally, the Baron's land and the Baron's house. The Baron's house wasn't a prefab meaning that it's a building. For example, this one that was already pre-made in an engine so that when you import it into your world, it's all one piece, as you can see. This one actually was made piece by piece by me to get the look and the space that I wanted. Stable as well right here is a prefab that I made myself. So overall in the village there are 4 interactable houses, so you can enter and look around those 4. And players have a certain path that they need to follow. And to do so, I've used cinematics, our little cameras right here, and dialogues. So I was able to fully code dialogues. For example, if I get my priest first, then our player will interact with. That is the overall code for dialogues. So when you enter that collision box right here, the press E to interact will appear, and once you press the E key, then the dialogues will start showing on screen. We'll be able to fully look into that once I start the playtest of the level. I've also put NPCs a little bit around all over the village. Some are casually talking to each other, for like those ones. And the ones with cameras behind them are actually walking around back and forth endlessly. I've also programmed this. For example, if I browse to assets and I open it, I've browsed that, I coded that he will go to this location, then this one, then this one. There will be a delay of 2 seconds before he makes his way back to his starting position, and it will indefinitely loop because it's attached again to the beginning. So every walking NPC has those blueprints. Now, knowing all of this, let's start playing. The NPCs talking, like I was saying earlier. Now let's enter the village. So as you can see, cinematics to indicate to players where they need to go next. In this case, we need to go to the church. Talk to our priest, who will be the one giving us our quest. But before, let's visit the houses. A little storage, the living room. Most of the assets imported in the world were from the engine, But some of them, for example, the bed, I modeled it all by hand myself. And I, after that, textures, as you can see, it's a texture of wood and of cloth, then imported it into the engine to add to my level. Different house layout. This one has second floor, mostly storage, and another bed. The center of the village is filled with a lively market, people talking, NPCs walking around. If I quickly go over here, there is a cemetery at the back of the church. As you can see, there are bloodstains a little bit everywhere. Those are called decals. So images that you can put on objects, make your world more lively. For example, like those cracks, damages are decals that I put on the walls. Bloodstains. If I quickly go behind the tavern, or bloodstains, for example, to the crime scene. Now let's go to our church. As you can see, I've entered the invisible collision box, and the press B to interact appeared. So every time I press E, the dialogues will show in the order that I want them to. So now the priest told us to go to the tavern and talk to Hilda. Every time I will have dialogues with a person, it will be to guide me in my next action. Cinematics will also help me. So now I know I need to go to the tavern. And here we are. Let's talk to Hilda. So now we need to find Edmund's dagger. It's somewhere in the tavern, so let's look for it. Doesn't seem to be on the first floor. Let's look at the second. Not here as well. Let's go to the third one. There's a light coming out of that box. The dagger. So we've successfully found it, and as you can see, when I entered the collision box again, the dagger disappeared to give the impression to the player that they collected the dagger. Now that we have the dagger, let's go to Edmund's house, blacksmith. So on our way there are two more interactable houses that we can enter. So this one right here and the other one in the distance over there. This time we have someone cooking some food. Someone sleeping in the bed. Still storage. Let's go at the other one. Now let's go to the Baron. So we can actually enter the Baron house. The blacksmith house. But his workshop is outside. Forged swords everywhere. Iron and tools laying around. Let's talk to Edmund. So now we know the location of the secret passage. It should be a cave behind the blacksmith property. Right there. So let's head to that cave. He also warned us that there are enemies that will block our path and try to kill us. So we need to beware. We also know the location of the Baron, which is this chamber on the second floor. The cave. So here I have a lake. In the corner I have a fountain. You can clearly briefly see it in the darkness. Another waterfall here with another little pond. Now, first Baron Goon that we'll have to defeat. I will personally just walk by him since we're doing a level overview. Players would need to defeat him in order to access the Baron house. Let's just enter. Now we've successfully entered the Baron house, and we can see that we're in the cellar. Now, let's go find the Baron. So we know he's on the second floor. The door is locked. Doesn't seem to be here. More enemies. Let's walk by them like I did before. Little lounge area. Please do not kill me. Books. Table. As well as a fireplace. Now the stairs are at the very back, so let's head there. Aha! The Baron. So he also has his little fireplace, office, and at the back of the room is chamber. Once the player defeated all the Baron's goons and the Baron himself, he would have successfully finished the quest and would have saved the village. So that was my overall level design. Hope you liked it. And thank you for watching.